What it do, what it do? This is Alabama's own Woozy Whiteboy, and y'all tuned in to
Uncle Phil's Dipisode.
You dig?
Folks, what up? Welcome to the Scotty P Show. We're out of here in Dipisode number 4. Uncle Philly Foo, White Tornadoes up in here, Scotty P's up in here. We are in our downtown rooftop kitchen studios, which is the OG kitchen studios downstairs, which y'all saw last episode. I just failed to mention that that's the studio though we're in. But right now we're on the rooftop. I had to represent my Padres today. We're about 3 blocks from Petco, home of the Padres,
yes, sir.
Where I got to see USA basketball right before they played the Olympics, where I got to see USA baseball beat Dominican Republic in the World Series of baseball, the worldwide World Series of baseball, and they won that shit against Dominican, man. Love that place right there. Love this skyline, badass background. But y'all know what we're here to do. Dipisode number 3. Uncle Phil told me he was thinking about something, and it brought me back to my childhood. Now, this is something that I ate a lot as a little kid, but then I got to a point where I didn't anymore because I didn't like it too much, but it's been since then I ate it, and I'm really interested in what you got going today, Uncle Phil. What you bringing, man?
Man, old childhood favorite, making Sloppy Joe dip, dog.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy, and we're going to make them extra sloppy for you.
Extra sloppy.
All right. My mom used to make this, and she's a little short on time. She would make it with can of manwich sauce. You familiar with that? Easy peasy, couple ingredients, bow, stir it up, ready to go, serve it up. But today, I'm making it homemade style, because when Ma had a little extra time, she would grab a couple ingredients from the cabinet, cook it up, and make homemade manwich sauce.
Oh, shit.
And of course, I modified it a little bit. We got this properly greased iron skillet. We're going to toss on some 90-20.
That's bad math.
Ground beef.
90-10. That's cool. He went the glass guy. But 90-10, so that way there's not as much fat afterwards, so we don't have to deal with the draining of that, right?
It's a one-pot dish. I don't feel like draining anything, so the less fat in it, of course, it's going to be like, but we're going to have a little fat in there for flavor, because, you know, fat, liquid grease, liquid flavor. Oh, see?
I got plenty of flavor right here.
This Adonis Greek godlike body. Go ahead, just hook it up real quick. Now, when this is not completely done, I don't want to fully brown. I'm going to start incorporating some diced onions and jalapenos in there. Because my mom used to make it with peppers, onions, all that stuff. But I like a little spice, so I'm going to use jalapeno peppers. So you can see right away there's not, grease isn't even starting to pool. So it's really lean. I'm going to use some previously diced up red onions. And I cut up a bunch. I'm not going to use them all because I'm also going to use minced onions. So I don't want this dish to be all onions. Toss some of them jalapenos in there. Hell, throw all in there. Everybody in the pool. Get this cooked up. Now I want to get these vegetables a little soft before I start throwing ingredients in there.
Shit, Phil, I forgot something. Forgot to say what's up to YB and Vicky Logo. I'll bring you home something, YB. Vicky, I won't. It's because Taven doesn't deserve it, and I know you would give something to Taven, and that's a no-go.
I don't know what she did, but I knew she did something.
She did something wrong.
We're going to start throwing in our dry ingredients first. Got some salt. A couple grounds of pepper. I like using the freshly ground because it get more aromatics from the peppercorns. We got some light brown sugar. Got to get that sweetness in there. We got some paprika. I like to use smoked, but I didn't have any. I just brought regular, but I did bring liquid smoke just to add that smokiness. And we have some cumin. Now this spice is going to offer some nutty flavor. I use cumin all the time. It's really good for you. Got our minced onion. Now remember, I already put onion in there. That's why I didn't overload it, because I knew I was going to put these in there. And just get a little different texture. You're going to get your onion flavor, but It's just dried, minced up. All right, now we've got garlic powder. Stir these bad boys up a little bit. Get them spices on the bottom so release the natural aromatics. That is smelling real good.
That's looking real good, White Tornado.
Woo-wee. Gonna toss in a little liquid smoke. Because I'd like the smokiness. Obviously it's liquid smoke. But since I didn't have the smoked paprika, putting a little bit in there. Apple cider vinegar. Tomato sauce. So I'm gonna use half of the required amount of tomato sauce and just throw in that ketchup. Gotta have that mustard in there. Stir these bad boys up. Everything's all together. We're gonna let that marry up, put it on 10-15 minutes. We have Sloppy Joe right now, ready to rock. We could take this, serve it up on some buns, we got a meal. But this isn't a Sloppy Joe episode, this is a Sloppy Joe Dipisode. Well, what I have here is some cubed up room temperature cream cheese. We'll throw that in the pool. Got some sharp cheddar cheese that I'm gonna shred up. This is what's gonna make it dippy. Got the cheese all shredded up. Toss that right in there. I don't want any chunks. I want everything incorporated. Get nice and creamy. It's turning into a dip already.
Tell them what they do want, Uncle Phil.
You want a nice, creamy, and sloppy Joe dip.
Sloppy.
You see, it's already changing color. It's no longer the deep mahogany red. Getting some cream to it. Kind of almost looks, I can take my glasses, yeah, almost peanut buttery almost. That's what you want. The cheese is all nice and melted. We got the color we're looking for. Texture. Just gonna transfer this to the preheated grill. It's gonna act like an oven. I just want this go about 20 minutes or so. Get everything bubbled, maybe a little crust on it. And we're almost ready to eat. Now I got these sliced up pan de leche rolls, which is sweet bread. I'm gonna toss them right here on the grill so I can get them real toasty like. And that's what I'm gonna serve the dip over. These are gonna go for just a few minutes. Don't want them super toasty, just a little color. Sweet bread, you can already, you can smell the caramelization of the buns. A little sweetness, a little color, a little texture. Now we got my magical finishing sauce. Got some mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, a little bit of that pickle brine from my pickles, celery seed, salt and sugar. I'm just gonna lace this bad boy right over top. Now we got Uncle Philly style Sloppy Joe dip, baby. Smear it on top of my toasted bread.
They sure are sloppy.
So sloppy. Cheers.
Favorite thing that I'm getting out of these is the sweetness of it. Ketchup brings the sweetness, but you got the extra sweetness from the brown sugar, but it doesn't have all the extra acidity that comes with the ketchup. Chunks of jalapenos, big in there, so you get the nice spiciness in there. Saltiness is on point. Toast points cooked at what are we talking? 5 out of 10? Right about perfect for that. And then the creaminess, the sloppiness, if you will. Dank. This
is the first time I made this. Not Sloppy Joe's, but Sloppy Joe dip. I was pretty confident with the spices because I made it from scratch before. The cumin and the garlic. The 2 different kinds of onions. Like you commented on the jalapenos. I chunk them up. I don't dice them because I like to see my vegetables sometimes. And then the carrots were a nice touch. I know the combination of like the brown sugar, the carrots, the finishing sauce, and the sweetness from these rolls. It's sweet in different levels, but not overpowering. Did a nice job counteracting it with not too much salt, but just enough. And then a little bit of hot sauce and liquid smoke. I think it turned out pretty good.
Folks, thank y'all for joining us on another Scotty P Show episode. Dipisode numero 4. Anna, Carmen, I know y'all hear me getting better each week with that. Thank you to Uncle Phil.
Absolutely.
The food was dank. Thank you for having this place in downtown, having the kitchen studio downstairs, the upstairs kitchen studio upstairs, of course, providing this gorgeous background. This is where Sonny Ciendug started. Everything was good, man. Food was dank.
Stay tuned, baby, to the next episode.
And to the millions and millions of the Scotty P Show fans around the world. We'll see y'all next time.